Hi guys, hi executive members, and welcome to my YouTube channel. If you're a newbie here, hi and welcome to my channel. My name is Matlanola Mahasha, but I am also known as Lani Minolo. Please do join my family by clicking the subscribe button down below. And if you're returning a regular subscriber, the executive member child, hi and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Welcome to a new video, guys. Welcome to another sit down video as Gaka edition Kesana. In today's vlog, I am going to be talking about how to survive when you have a roommate or a flatmate. So ever since I completed my matric, I always shared a room. I always had a roommate or a flatmate. So I can safely say that I know my way around sharing a room or sharing a flat with someone. Okay? Yeah, guys. One of my major points, this one is highlighted in bold out of all the points that I have, is that do not share anything with your roommate. Don't get me wrong, guys. I'm not saying that if your roommate comes back from school hungry, or if your roommate is broke, you should not share with them. I don't mean that. What I mean is that thing of saying, "Hi, roomie, let's pop out 500 every month and buy grocery." That one, don't do it. It's a no-go area. It has a lot of disadvantages than advantages. Okay, I'm gonna give you guys different scenarios to show you guys that this type of setup has a lot of disadvantages than advantages. One, let's say now you share food with your roommate, ne? And you guys buy bread. When now you get full by eating 2 slices of bread, and then your roommate gets full Asia 4 slices of bread. And then jiggy it's going to cause chaos between you guys. You want to now they're good do 4 slices, like it's going to cause problems. Or another one, let's say when now you get full when you eat 1 packet of noodles, and then your roommate over full 2 packets. You see, you get it. But one of the problem is more like, at first you can tolerate her appetite, but you're going to feel used, or okay, now if I eat alone, probably this packet of noodles is going to last me the whole month, but since I'm eating with you, it only lasts a day or 2. So it's going to cause chaos. Another scenario, let's say your friend's boyfriend always comes over, either boyfriend or girlfriend, and they always come over to visit, and then when they visit, they make food for them. And like you can tell out maybe every week, maybe twice or 3 times a week they visit, and when they visit they make food. It's going to cause chaos. So when you always have visitors, they always eat food, they always eat eggs, and this food are meant for the both of us, but now we are catering 3 people. You see, it's a disadvantage. And another one, let's say fine, you have a roommate, you're sharing food, and then your roommate is not always around. Like maybe she always visits her boyfriend, and when you're always in the room or in the apartment, like you eat lunch, you eat from breakfast, lunch, and dinner there, and your roommate maybe sometimes she spends the whole week not around, like maybe she's at a boyfriend's place or whatever. It's going to cause chaos, because when you are left behind, you can't say, my roommate is not around, I'm not eating. You are going to eat, and when your roommate comes back up, just the way on, there comes a problem. Hey, guys, it's going to cause problems. Yeah. So another one. Let me give you guys the last one. Let's say now when you love rice, and then your roommate loves pap. So how is the math going to math there? When you enjoy your rice and your roommate enjoys your pap, and no one is going to compromise, or okay, let's eat pap or let's eat rice. Like, or one little problem, or not rice, or not like, guys. Trust and believe. At first, you guys might try to manage it, but in the long run, I don't think it's gonna end well. Like it's one to rice. Like who's going to compromise when a situation is like that? Like I'm craving pap right now, and when you're craving rice, and here we're trying to save electricity, we can't cook 2 pots. You can't cook rice and I cook pap. So what's gonna happen? Okay. Yeah. So those are the things that you might come across if you're sharing food with your roommate. Like it has a lot of disadvantages. Let me give you guys the last one. Let's say where now you can cook and your roommate can cook, so you are always in the kitchen cooking, and your roommate is always on the bed chatting with her friends or on TikTok or doing whatever. And when every day umedi it's going to cause problems, because some people don't really want to learn how to cook. And like that thing, if you're a student, when you come back from school tired, you need a very good meal, and you cannot compromise and say friend cook, because your friend is gonna cook trash. And so sharing food with your roommate or sharing anything with your roommate has a lot of disadvantages, guys. Like, you might think that you are going to save money when you share, but in the actual fact, you are not going to save money. You are going to have a lot of problems. So another thing is that most of our roommates, they only think for themselves, not for other people. Like, let's say now you guys pop out 500, and when are you out of your pocket money, you say like, let me save 200 for in case if our grocery runs out. Your roommate here, she just pops out 500, and then the remaining, or the remaining, she buys clothes and stuff like that. And then come maybe mid-month or towards the end of the month, you guys don't have enough food. You have to add hanezak. And so since you're sharing with her, you cannot eat alone. You have to go and buy some food to top up so that you can eat with her. So this thing of sharing with your roommate or your flatmate, it only benefits one person, not two. Because when you are faced with that type of situation whereby food run out and your roommate does not have money, you are the one who's going to pop out money. Like, and it's going to be a month-to-month thing. Don't think, okay, now she's gonna learn a lesson, maybe next month she'll keep money for rainy days. No, she won't. She'll know that when you will take care of everything every now and then. So sharing is a no-go area, guys. So for me now, when I started sharing, we were sharing I was sharing a room, an apartment. Like, we were 4 in the apartment, and we decided to buy food together. Guys, we did not last even a month or 2, if I'm not mistaken. But our separation was not that thing we fought. No, it was just a good separation. Guys, like, buy your own food so that we can have a good environment. Because in that type of setup, some people always had visitors over. Like, their boyfriend would come over, and obviously, hey baby, you wanna feed them 6 eggs or Vienna or whatever. Like, guys, so we it was hectic. So we ended up reaching a conclusion. So from then I knew, okay, sharing food is a disadvantage. So from then I started to eat alone. I stopped sharing with other people. Even when I moved to other rooms or other apartments, I didn't share my food with any other person. Not really that I stopped. I once shared food, like, apart from that group, the first group that I shared food with, I once shared food and room with this other friend of mine who sadly passed on earlier this year. May his soul continue to rest in peace. Guys, that girl knew how to share. Like, you might, like, I don't know how to put it, guys, but I never encountered any problems when I was sharing with her food or room. Like, we never fought about anything regarding that setup. Like, it was a very good environment. Like, with her, she didn't know how to cook, so it was just that thing I always cook. Every time when I stand up to go and start cooking, that girl would stand up with me, come into the kitchen, help me to chop those onions, to chop those tomatoes, to chop whatever. Like, if I put a spoon in the sink, she washes it. If I put a plate in the sink, that is the type of person that she was. She knew that she cannot cook, and she didn't do that thing relax that Minola will take care of everything. No, she would do everything. Like, she would help me, just so that I don't feel used in a way. Like, she knew how to share, that girl. I'm not saying this because she's no more, but I'm saying this because she has a good heart. Like, hey guys, I always, like, this last year, early this year, a friend of mine was complaining about, a roommate of hers, and I was like, yo, Yazid, I know the chaos that comes with sharing a room with someone else. And I always tell, like, if somebody comes to me and complain about sharing a room, I always tell them about that girl. Or about now, used to have this roommate. Wanla was the best. That girl was the best. Shem, she was the best. And then I also shared food with this other girl as well. I cannot say she was the worst, but she was not as good as that one. Like, the only problem that I had with her is that thing that she wanted me to be her maid. She didn't know how to cook, ne? And every time when I cook, she would just sit down and do nothing. And then she would expect me to cook and wash the dishes. Imagine. Like, I'm sure when you cook, you use spoons, you use bowls, you use plates there and there, ne? She would want me to wash those things that I used when I was cooking and also clean the stove. The only thing that she's gonna do is to wash the plates that we ate. Just 2 plates, guys. Just 2 plates. She would only want to wash 2 plates. And always like it'd be like a back and forth or bra. Like, I mean, I have that thing out every time when I cook, I make sure that I wash the plates that I use, or I make sure that I wash the stove before I dish up or anything. So sometimes I do wash, but then sometimes like I feel tired, or okay, let me just cook fast and then eat so that I can rest. So on the days that I don't wash the stove, I feel like maybe nak use kanjani. Like kanjani, you just wanna wash 2 plates? No, babes. It does not work like that. Sharing food with your roommate has a lot of disadvantages, guys. Like, it has a lot of disadvantages. So if maybe you don't really like eating alone, you like sharing, I would advise you to buy your own food and let your roommate buy her own food. So what you can do is that maybe today you can cook your food and eat with your roommate, and then tomorrow your roommate will cook her food and then eat with you, so that when a time comes, maybe you're not around, okay, my food will remain the same, my grocery will remain the same, my roommate will eat her own food, and then maybe when we come back, we'll do it again, we'll share food that way. Number 2, communication. Learn to communicate with your roommate. This goes a long way. It does not work only with roommates in fella, even in your friendships or even in your relationship. Learn to communicate. So if something happens now, don't bury it and say, oh, I'll address it Ninding. No, address it now and immediately. One day your roommate forgets to wash a bathtub. Don't say, oh, let me give her a last chance. No, address it immediately, because it's gonna happen for the first time and like, okay, and you'll be like, okay, let me give her the last chance. And then it happens the second time, you're like, okay, let the last chance. The third time, last chance. Fourth time, last chance. By the time you decide to tell her, obviously she's going to try to defend herself as well, and it's going to be a back and forth thing, or and she's going to definitely try to defend herself for so it's going to cause chaos. So every time you see something wrong that your roommate has done, address it immediately. Don't pile up issues, because by the time you address them, your roommate will try to defend herself, and it's going to be a lot of issues. Like, just deal with one issue at a time. Like, don't wait and pile things up. Communicate. And then another thing, share duties with your roommate. Like, if you guys decide on cleaning the room twice a week, make sure that you do that. Like, don't give excuses when it's your turn to clean. Like, there are people let's say you guys are both students, but maybe don't attend at the same school, and then maybe your roommate comes back from school at 5, and then when you come back from school at 12, your roommate, there are people who are selfish. They don't think for the other people, they think for themselves only. When you come back from school early, why don't you just clean? I'm not your maid. I'm here to learn just like you. I'm here to study just like you. So if you know very well that you are that type of person, you'll maybe go to school early and then you come back late, make time. If it's your day to clean, make time. Don't do that thing you're cleaning like a guys. Nobody's your maid. You're at school. If you want a maid, hire a maid. Your roommate is not your maid. So if you know that you're going to school at 8 and then you're gonna come back at 6, at least wake up early and clean before you go to school, because you know very well that when you come back from school, you won't have the energy to clean. So rather do that in the morning. Just make time. Once shared an apartment with the other ladies. One of the ladies, like, she was not a student, and some of us were students. Girl will always complain, oh, I come back from work tired, I don't have the energy, bruh. You are working for yourself. You're not paying anything for us here. We are popping out half. Like, if it's 6,000, we pop out half of that 6,000. You don't pop anything out for us. So I wonder if you were buying electricity for us, or if you were paying rent for us, we will definitely understand. Like, we will do anything for you, because obviously you're going to take care of some of the things in the apartment. One, when we pop out money for rent, we rent. When we pop out money for electricity, we pop out the same amount. But you want us to clean for you, kanjani, babes? Kanjani. So don't be that person. If you know very well that you guys have to clean the room, and you guys maybe set a schedule, or we clean on these days and this and these days, make sure that you clean on your day. Like, make time. No one is your maid day. No one is your maid. Okay. Yeah, another thing, one of my points is that do not introduce your friends to your roommate. Like, let your friends be your friends and let your roommate's friends be her friends. Like, if you want to go on a lunch date with your roommate, let it be you and your roommate, no third wheel. Because sometimes you might have a good relationship with your roommate, mara ya break your friend, or ya break your roommate's friend. Say now your friend does not like your roommate, and if you introduce them to each other, maybe you keep going out together or whatever, your friend might try to cause problems between the two of you, and then labale problem. And remember, like, your roommate is somebody that you should have a good relationship with, because you sleep with this person or you share a roof with this person. So if maybe your friend tries to make you guys fight or something, it's going to be a very big problem. So make sure that you do not introduce your friends to your roommate. Let your relationship be between the two of you, and it ends there. Go on lunch days together if you want to go on lunch days. Go on dinner days. Go clubbing together. Don't involve other people, because once the relationship has 3 or more people, it's going to be a problem. Like, trust and believe. Groups don't end well. Believe me, groups don't end well. Yeah. And another one, learn to be responsible. Like, if you're in varsity or if you're in college, you are preparing yourself to be a mother, or you're preparing yourself to be a wife one day. So if you're going to be irresponsible, or if you don't teach yourself how to be a responsible human being when you're in college or in university, when you are a mother, or when you are a wife to someone, or if you are a husband to someone, guys, learn to be responsible. There are people valoring, they know they need 4 bar soaps a month, but I now rega 1. Are you going to be that mother? Are you going to steal from your neighbors? Are you going to be that wife? Or if you run out of things, you're going to steal from other people, guys? But the roommate, they still, guys, hey guys, she needs this much for the whole month, but so oreka half, and then a shorter she'll go and steal her roommate's stuff. Hey, guys, so don't be that person. Don't be that person. Know your needs and know your wants. If you know that you need this much a month, buy that much. And if you run out, make plans or ask. Don't steal. Learn to ask, guys. And if you go to your roommate and say, Rumi, can I please have juice? And your roommate offer juice today. I'll offer passport tomorrow you will juice yawe. Tomorrow you have to ask. You ask every day until maybe your roommate offer permission. No, you can drink or you can take my juice and whenever you want. Do not, hey, let's go. Or if maybe your roommate allows you to drink a juice today, you must not drink that juice every day. It's not yours, it's your roommate. Hey, hey, but talk about guys, like people still. Hey, so don't be that person. Don't be that person. Know your needs. Buy enough for yourself. If you run out and you don't have money, ask. And ask every day until you have your own. Don't steal. Don't think that maybe if your roommate says yes today, she's gonna say yes every day. No. Learn to ask. So yeah, guys, I think I've touched on the most important points. If you do what I said you must do, and if you do not do what I said you must not do, you will definitely have a good relationship with your roommate. I didn't want to make this video long. I just wanted just to give girls who are going to share a room or an apartment some few tips so yeah, those are the things that if maybe I go and share an apartment or a room with someone else, I'll implement those things that I told you guys, just so that I can have a good relationship with my roommate. Yeah, that is it, guys. If you have a story to share about toxic roommates, please hit me up. Let's talk. What is happening? Let's spread the news so that other people can learn from your experience. Just like the friendship video that I made. If you have a story about a toxic friend or a bad friend, share so that we can spread the word. And if you have a story about a toxic roommate or whatever, please share so that we can spread the word. Somebody might learn from your story. We've come to the end of the video. Please do not forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. See you in the next one. Peace out.